A question of character. Mourn your fallen loved one, child. Mourn your nothing, which is what this former soldier has become. Bullet explode. Lieutenant Marco Rossi, member of the Peregrine Falcon Strike Force, Special Army Strike Force of the Regular Army, and Destroyer of Flesh. It is 2028. Lieutenant Marco Rossi understands his mission. Destroy everything. Lieutenant Marco Rossi faces the rebellion of the Rebellion Army, doing as they are named, blindly dedicated to General Donald Morden. In droves, countless Rebellion Army soldiers do not realize their fate, which is to become stick helmets. Lieutenant Marco Rossi is unfazed seeing the horrors of war. In fact, Lieutenant Marco Rossi shall make new horrors. Nothing phases Lieutenant Marco Rossi. After destroying incredibly advanced Rebellion Army artillery, he remembers, oh yes, I'm thirsty. Lieutenant Marco Rossi parachutes in with no equipment. Well, actually, with yes equipment. He has a pistol. Lieutenant Marco Rossi hopes to find you while you rest, so he can make sure that it is in peace. Become stick helmets. Lieutenant Marco Rossi kills with no regret, only reflecting on his action if he is in front of a puddle. Lieutenant Marco Rossi has unlimited pistol ammo, but still reloads, just in case. He is an arms specialist, carrying explosives, throwing explosives, destroying explosively. Lieutenant Marco Rossi isn't only sent to kill, he is also sent to rescue the prisoners. He shall rescue all of the hostages, leaving no man stranded, no matter how homely. The scruffy blonde prisoners in rope binding await their freedom, but the prisoners provide Lieutenant Marco Rossi something else in return: weaponry. Show me what's behind that filthy underwear. Marvelous. A heavy machine gun. Now scream back home. Lieutenant Marco Rossi's rifle can be modified for even more power. Flamethrower, burning enemies alive. Rocket launcher, making alive enemies unalive. And shotgun. Lieutenant Marco Rossi will spare you from the thoughts that you even remotely have a chance to survive. Die! Lieutenant Marco Rossi dominates the 50 cal. Not only do the massively powerful weapons help to burst humans, so does his knife. He eviscerates his enemy, eliminating the need for caskets. Lieutenant Marco Rossi wears combat slacks with boots, as well as a white t-shirt with red vest, opting not to use a helmet, but instead a white headband, the dressing of a true warrior. His blonde hair swaying as he is spraying. Unfortunately, the clothes do not shield or help with water flotation, as any projectile, bladed instrument, explosive, or large body of liquid can cause death. Fortunately, he can wear something else. A tank. Metal Slug, Super Vehicle 001. A weapon formed by the regular army to crush the rebellion and anything else, such as cars. A 3-ton tank with 100mm plating of depleted uranium, ceramic, and possibly Kevlar armor, allowing for 3 impacted strikes before imminent explosion. But it can be healed by healing gas. Its primary weapon, a 127mm low-pressure rifled main cannon with a secondary 12.6mm Vulcan cannon, placing uncharted millimeters of damage everywhere. And just as Lieutenant Marco Rossi has an excellent jumping ability, so does his tank. The Metal Slug jumps better than any tank created, which is excellent because tanks don't jump or duck. The Metal Slug also has an explosive detonation option, which in turn detonates the enemies. Along with Tarma roving, comrade and friend, there is little chance of the Rebellion Army rebellioning, especially if they cannot stop one man and his assault and his tank and all of his underwear guns. Power. Excellent. Lieutenant Marco Rossi uses a tank, but is almost a tank himself, able to destroy every branch of the invading army. And as long as prisoners have underwear, he will have gun Defense, moderate. Lieutenant Marco Rossi would be the ultimate soldier if he only decided to attack while wearing armor. But to be fair, if I were to see someone approaching with a summer vest, a headband, a gun, and a smile on his face, I'd be scared too. Agility, excellent. Lieutenant Marco Rossi's evading abilities are top-notch, dodging homemade rockets and bullets, and with a jumping tank. His power is unstoppable. Grade B. The Rebellion Army may have been confident after initiating a successful pre-attack, but they forgot one crucial thing. Every pre-action has a reaction, and Lieutenant Marco Rossi is prepared to react.
See you in hell.
Too late. We're already here. Next episode. Quest with me. Learn with us. Enrich your mind. Empower your inquiry like our material. Subscribe to our page. Put character into question. Return every Monday for more. A question. Character.